Here is another video about Space Flight Simulator. So yes, this is the Saturn V. The Saturn V is a huge rocket. And as you can tell, this is another piece I need to connect. So let's just go to launch. We are not launching it just quite yet, because we still have to attach the launch escape system, or the LES. So let's just launch that. Let's just get that on. And for that, we are going to have to go to map, switch to this piece, turn on the RCS, exit, settings, infinite fuel. No, that one doesn't really. Alright, there we go. And then let's resume the game and attach the LES, and then after the LES is attached, everything should be good. Everything should be perfect. Here we are. And yes, this is a Saturn V. Doesn't look 100% like the Saturn V, but it's a really good version of what the Saturn V would look like. So this is not a tutorial, this is just more of a celebration for the Apollo 13 anniversary, because since I didn't have the full version back then, I didn't have the ability to celebrate the Apollo mission, so I had to pretty much wait until I at least somehow got the full version to be able to do this. Let's switch to the other bit. Exit. And then that thing hovering above should be fine. Settings, infinite fuel, off, all that, and then resume game. And some of you guys might put in the comments, why aren't you using infinite fuel? Wouldn't it be easier? Well, see, I like to challenge myself. I don't like using infinite fuel. I consider it cheating. Yeah. Okay. Oops. It'll be fine. Wow, those explosions are loud. There we go. There's the Saturn V. I damaged it a little bit, but it'll be fine. Let's start up the main engines. Alright. Here we are. Launch in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. And this is the same rocket based off of the 1969 Saturn V rocket that launched to the moon as Apollo 13, where Neil Armstrong took the first step on the moon. Now, this is a similar rocket. It doesn't look 100% like the Saturn V, but I can say that I did a pretty good job on the Saturn V. It looks amazing, and I'm really impressed in the rocket itself. Considering that, this is a good rocket. Now we are going to have to eject this stage here in just a second, and just about now. The fuel's dropping. It's losing fuel faster than it is gaining. It's losing fuel faster than we are accelerating. And then there's the engines. Next stage has been activated. Now let's not give the Saturn V too much of a tilt. And the LES, the reason why they put a launch escape system on the Saturn V is because the Saturn V, well, the rockets had hazards, and, yeah. So this is just more of a Apollo celebration. As soon as we get into the air, yeah. Well, as soon as we get into space. We're already really high up. it doesn't accelerate as fast as my moon rocket did, but this is a moon rocket, but it didn't accelerate as fast as my moon rocket Mach 4 did. The Mach 4 was on the previous episode of Spaceflight Simulator, so we're soon gonna have to disconnect this stage, and then this big stage is gonna be activated soon after. Okay. Now this stage is one of the most efficient ones, and it works really well, so don't judge it just by how it looks, because it works very well. Now we are going to eject the LES, because we don't need it anymore. There goes the LES. And the LES is out of our way. We don't need to worry about it, because we don't need it anymore. And here we are, leaving the atmosphere. Now it turns painfully slow, but the good news is, well, it's a good rocket. Let's tilt it just like this so it doesn't fall back towards the earth. So this part is very painfully slow. I don't know why it's such a slow process during this part, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, I paused the video and then resumed the video as soon as I got into orbit, because that part is very painfully slow and it takes a lot of time for that. And let's just keep going. We're going to turn around, and then right about now we're going to activate the engines. Well, this part's much quicker and much faster because we are already in orbit, so yes. So yeah, the Saturn V was a really good rocket, and I'm pretty sure it was the most powerful manned rocket. And the newest powerful rocket is, I think the SLS or something like that. Here we are, we're going to decrease power, and then, ooh, alright, here we are. The problem with the Saturn V, though, is that it was built in the 1960s, so it was a very old rocket. It didn't really have, it wasn't as advanced as the rockets we do have now. So it was much bigger, and the capsule was much more complicated than the capsules are now, because they're finding easier ways to build them. So, yeah, here we are. I know I accidentally did something wrong, but we'll be fine. Did something wrong with the Apollo mission a little bit. Here we are, and just undock from this. This is the lunar module. And now we are entering moon orbit. So, yes, this is the Saturn V. The lunar module I'm already docked onto, which is this thing, and we already entered orbit. Okay. Gonna go loop around. Engine cut. And this is the end of the Apollo mission part 1.